Hi, my name is Matt Silvers. I am faculty in the Health Sciences Department, and here's little Pace. He is 8 months old as of a few days ago. And together we are going to bring you the Shema of the day. This week's question is, how are we expressing lament or our thanks to God in this time? I suppose it's only natural for someone with the last name of Silvers or who goes by the name of Silvers to look for the silver lining in things. So, first, let's talk about some of my lament. I have been stuck in a closet the last 6 weeks. That is basically my home office. It has no windows, but allows me to be productive. My back aches because I sit in a chair all day. I have had a day off in the last 6 weeks, in part because of just a busier work year, but also certainly due to the COVID adjustments. And I think the worst part is I don't get to see my students. I so treasure that proximity, being able to have high fives and hugs, and it's been hard. Students, if you're watching this, words can't express how much I miss being around you every single day. So that's my lament. But here's my thanks. There's always a silver lining in God's plan. As you can see right now, I'm holding Pace, and he is getting very, very tired. I get to see him more now than I normally would get to on any given workday. And the same goes for all of my kids. They're, of course, at home doing their schooling, and that has prompted a lot of opportunities for us to be able to connect during the day that we don't normally get to. I live in Cheney, and I regularly lament the time toll that it takes to go back and forth to work all the time. I've been able to recapture that time and share that with my family, and that has been something that's really, really cool. That is a silver lining in this whole situation. So I listened to Job the other day. I suppose that's where one might go when they're focused on lament. And something stood out to me in Job 37:21 that never would have stood out to me probably in the past. And I suppose it was really more just God's divine intent for this little piece of scripture to stand out to me at this point in time. But it comes at a time when Elihu is speaking to Job. One might say he's admonishing Job, talking to him about God's enormity and everything. And he says, "Now no one can look at the sun bright as it is in the skies after the wind has swept them clean." Now on the surface, that might not seem like much, but something finally occurred to me. Picture, if you can, staring up at a sun on a bright, cloudless day. I mean, its power, its rays are just so bright, so immense, it hurts your eyes to look directly at it. You need special glasses or cloud cover in order to be able to look right at the sun. And that seems to correspond with some of the biblical references we have of God. He's just too difficult to see in all of his entirety, so he often presents himself as a burning bush or in some other form so that we can just see a glimpse of him, so that we can fix our eyes right on him. So my daughter Pepper and I were laying in the grass the other day just looking up at the clouds. You know, this one looks like that one looks like that. And it was just an opportunity that we don't normally get. And this guy's going out. And it was just a treasured moment. Had one of the best chats we ever had. And it struck me because there was this beautiful cloud that came across the sun, and you could see the rays just peeking out around the edges. It was those silver linings. I mean, I took a picture of it. It was a really cool moment. And that's when I think it hit me. Like, maybe God uses cloudy situations so that we can point our eyes more directly at him. Maybe he brings rain clouds so that we can see those silver linings, even though, there might be some cold weather that goes with that. And if it's rain, well, maybe that's an opportunity for us to see the rainbows of his promises. So, I don't know. That's just something that struck me. That's my Shema of the day. I have lament, but I think the conditions of that lament have allowed me to be even more grateful for the silver linings in my life. So, I wish you all well. I wish I could be there with you to share this in person. And I certainly invite any responses and conversation that you may have about this. Be well.